Donald Trump wins the presidency.
Get the hell out of here!
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Who hasn't done things that they regret on the internet? Obviously, there have been so many examples of this throughout politics and the entertainment world and the social media zeitgeist that they're too numerous to count. And I certainly consider myself among the people who have done really stupid things online for everyone to see, but nobody has reached the zenith that Ellen DeGeneres reached with this post from November 4th, 2016. In fact, it was like the day before the election in 2016. Almost mocking Republicans with the assumption that Democrats would have single party rule and that her and her Hollywood friends would be able to get away with, well, literal murder and things potentially even worse by mocking all of us, calling P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff. You don't need to know why. And then tagging Diddy. Yes, this is actually Ellen DeGeneres platforming Diddy to 73 million followers and saying that she calls him McSnuggle Stuff Cuddle. What did she do with Diddy? We've seen plenty of photos of these parties that happened right in Ellen DeGeneres' neighborhood. Diddy is, of course, in prison and will be there for the rest of his life due to the heinous allegations against him. Some of the most grotesque and horrible and disturbing things I've ever heard. I can't even repeat it here on this program. So, what a strange thing to say for Ellen DeGeneres. Also, something very interesting, Ellen DeGeneres has fled the country. Now, that tweet was sent when Ellen DeGeneres probably believed the research that Hillary Clinton was going to win, and her kind were going, and by that I just mean Hollywood elite sickos were going to be able to get away with whatever they wanted to in perpetuity because Democrats would just run everything. Of course, Donald Trump was going to lose like 40 states and there would be no justice ever, and Hillary Clinton and the demons that work for her would run the Justice Department and make sure that only people wearing red hats ever got locked up. No people actually, well, doing the worst things conceivably known to mankind. Now that we know as a matter of fact that Democrats won't run things forever and actually can't even run a single branch of government for 4 years, certainly can't run the state of California where Ellen DeGeneres fled from. Is that a good idea, bad idea? Not sure. We'll go through it. But ladies and gentlemen, as soon as Donald Trump comes back into power, Ellen DeGeneres immediately leaves the country. DeGeneres has moved to Great Britain, lists Montecito estate, never coming back to the United States. Oh boy. We know why DeGeneres fled the country. Well, Cash Patel has been on our show promising to go after the Diddy list, so maybe people speculating that Ellen DeGeneres' set looks like a special little private island. She didn't have to flee to the British island. She could have just fled to Epstein Island, right? Know your way around. Ellen DeGeneres moved out of the United States after Trump won. She's in the United Kingdom and she'll never return. Oh boy. Well, looking rough. Many people saying that this is Eminem. Some are saying that it's Ellen. Some are saying they've never seen Ellen and Eminem in the same place. Maybe they're the same thing. We don't know. Stop tweeting that Ellen DeGeneres relocated. The proper term is fled in exile to avoid prosecution. I wouldn't tell my kids this was Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, so anyway, this is what everyone was saying. Everyone's saying, yeah, okay. We know exactly that you were part of the Diddy crew, Mr. McSnuggle Fluff. So this is clearly something that you are doing to avoid getting in trouble. Although I do know that there is an extradition treaty with the United Kingdom. We actually looked this up. So let's say Ellen was charged here, she'd be sent home. Ellen DeGeneres has left the country, ladies and gentlemen, and she went to a place called the Cotswold. The only problem is that in the Cotswold in England, the moment she landed, in fact, it got flooded. Her new home, got flooded in water, in what would be like sort of a biblical flooding there that caused an enormous amount of damage. Flood her house now. Ellen DeGeneres' Cotswold dream submerged. Hollywood star's idyllic multi-million-pound farmhouse is hit by floods, surrounding fields underwater just days after she moved there. So here are some photos of the floods. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ellen, sort of unrecognizable, like changing the way that she looks, sitting there in a pub, listening to some music. Nothing against pub music in England, but yeah, quite a different look for Ellen these days. And well, I guess all of her friends in Hollywood could certainly use some of that water. Ellen DeGeneres is flooding. Well, it'd be nice to have many of the homes that are currently on fire flooded with water in her old stomping grounds. Apparently, Ellen DeGeneres put her house on the market in Montecito, California, but she had to come back and check on it. So here's a photo of Ellen DeGeneres looking rough, real rough. Going back to Hollywood while the fires raged. Ellen DeGeneres has made her way back to the United States after retiring from Hollywood and relocated to the United Kingdom. The Diddy party participant was spotted touring an exclusive retirement community known for hosting some of the world's most iconic figures in their final days. She looks like Bill Gates now. Uh-oh. I'm going to tell my kids this was Robert De Niro. Oh, no. Ellen DeGeneres, spotted looking almost unrecognizable in Montecito, California. We do not know if she's actually listed her apartment. A lot of these people can do pocket listings, right? Because they're famous and they have nice places, and so you can sell them. Portia de Rossi decided to start a new life across the pond. DeGeneres was snapped at her old stomping grounds last Friday while visiting an elite retirement community. Wow. Really? So she was doing that. That's interesting. Wonder about that. Don Lemon takes a selfie with Ellen DeGeneres. People are saying it looks like Dr. Fauci. or Bill Gates. It does actually look a lot like Bill Gates. Why does your set look like Epstein Island? It is such a question. It's such an important question. You really should be asking. I'm pretty sure that's Bill Gates. This is what everyone is. This is what everyone's saying. Okay. What do you think? I think it's been rough for Ellen. Here's the full photo here, the retirement community. I think that this is the problem with... Oh, is this a photo from Instagram? Oh, yeah, there you go. Instagram, okay. There they are in England. Again, holy smokes. Looks like Roger Stone. There they are. There they are in England. Oh, boy. Oh, and here's the Montecito mansion. Here's the mansion she was visiting. Looking like Bill Gates. I like the Bill Gates comparison the best. Look at this. Look at how terrible life was for Ellen. Look at that. Looks like Jurassic Park. This was her home. This home probably costs more than every single home on my block and your block combined. But, of course, life was so terrible and so awful. So painful for Ellen here. Look at this. Feel bad for the Hollywood rich lady. Feel bad for the multi-millionaire Hollywood rich lady. The constant, eternal headline. Yeah, incredible. Ellen DeGeneres is back in California. We'll see. Nobody knows why she was visiting a nursing home. It's a little strange. She is 66 years old, so she's definitely getting up there, as they say. But her wife, Portia de Rossi, was not seen with her. It's not known why she was visiting the home. Possibly her mother. Maybe she wanted to move in there. Who knows? Nobody knows. But there you go. Bill Gates locking it in. Bill Gates locking in another vaccine deal. There you go. My take on this is pretty simple. Is that if you're ugly on the inside, you end up being ugly on the outside. It's like a paraphrase of a famous British children's author who said that. The ugliness on the inside always translates to the outside. If Kamala Harris had won the election, God forbid, I stay here and I fight. I don't flee. I stay here and I fight. I'm an American. My children are American. I'm an American. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the opposite. It's people who always viewed this country as transactional and is not for them. And as soon as the politics or culture shifts just like a degree away from them, even though like acknowledging that cultural norms in this country have always and constantly been changing, really all we're doing is reasserting reality, well, then they go freaking out, right? They snap. They were never great Americans anyway. I mean, that proves they just, it's like a relationship. You hit hard times and you immediately break up. That wasn't meant to last, okay? Ellen wasn't meant for this great land, and that's a real shame because she should have more appreciation. Anyway, we appreciate it a lot, and we would appreciate it if you liked, shared, and subscribed right here.